Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to another meeting of the Metaverse developers. We have the whole team here, together with Eric, our leader. We're gonna discuss a few things about some new exciting wallet Sven and Laurent managed to load up, but we're still testing it. Also, I'm gonna give a short update of our team, which we're working on the C++, and we're looking at how to very fast implement smart contracts on the ETP chain. Basically, still work in progress. We're still looking at both possibilities of using the C++ avenue or using a substrate. So I think from my side, we're going to have more exciting news for next week meetings. But welcome. Please don't forget to leave your comments after we finish this video in the comment sections on the YouTube channel. And yeah, let's start with the news.
Yeah. Sven, you want to tell us about the Chrome plugin?
Yeah, so sure. Yesterday we uploaded the first version of our Chrome extension. It is using the same code base as the mobile wallet. So everyone who's familiar with the mobile UI should easily be able to use the Chrome extension. We will share a link in the video description, because right now it's not open on the store, so you cannot find it on the store without the link. We first want to make sure that that everything is working. So we are very happy to receive feedback. If you want to try it out, you can switch the network to testnet and use free.mbs.org to get some testnet ETP and yeah, try it out.
Yeah, great. I actually tried out. It looks pretty good. It's in the testing phase. I think we'll do a few internal tests first. Some of the comments so far, nothing major. I think I think we need to color code the mainnet and testnet, and we probably want to highlight a few other functions just to make some cosmetic changes, and like major functions like create avatar, issue MST, issue MIT. These kind of function needs to have intensive test before we release it to the public. I hope we can get it done next week, hopefully. Yeah. Lauren, do you have any updates?
Yeah, but exactly like you said, we are doing some cosmetic changes and starting heavily testing on the main functions. So we are still finding some little things to change, but the core of it, like sending and receiving, or all those important transactions work well, and we didn't find any critical bugs so far. So yeah, next week I think we should be good to go public with this version.
Cool. Jorge, did you get a chance to move the coding to the MVS repository on GitHub?
Not yet, because
okay.
I wanted to change the names of the repos that we have, Eric, since we were going to put them up publicly. It was important to pick a name, and that's where we stopped at that point.
Okay. Well, I need to ask Chen Hao. So much so I want to call it ETP 3.0, and I think he wants to put it ETP 2.0,
yeah.
even 1.9. So he's a very conservative guy anyway. But yeah, I'll talk to him about this. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And some updates from my end. I was talking to Shanghai team, and they are working on the DNA on-chain voting at this moment. So I think last time I mentioned that I hope this is the last, well, off-chain, on-chain. So it's like partially off-chain, partially on-chain. So this time they're moving it to the 100% on-chain. So a lot of development work needs to be done there. So they're like pulling all-nighters again. I feel bad for that, but they're working on that. Hopefully next time it will be 100% on-chain. And you know, DNA token is right now live on ETP chain at this moment. So they are also doing a conversion at this moment. So hopefully next time we'll have a hybrid, and the time follows that we'll have complete the DNA separate chain after that. So they're working on that. And in terms of the previous project I mentioned, they have this DNA swap exchange. It's already done, but we think that the proper time will be early next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. And the good news is the smart contract of, DNA swap uses the ERC20 chain, Ethereum chain. So that smart contract has passed the auditing process by the smart contract auditing company, a very famous one in China. So that's the good news. So it will be live, I hope by Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, so that's their progress. So Yao will come to our meeting next Tuesday and give us a complete demo of how DNA swap works. Yeah, that has been arranged.
Okay, cool.
Great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What else? What else, guys?
I have one update, Eric.
Yeah.
I did a little work since we were discussing EVMs and virtual machines and chain interoperability. I had a friend of mine send me a report from university in Portugal on chain interoperability. It's almost difficult to say sometimes. Past, present, and future trends. It's about a 60-page report. It's well written. I thought I might send it to you, but you said Chen Hao likes to read things.
Yeah, well, you know, Chen Hao's a young generation. He likes to read. He wants to be alone. But me, I'm the type of person like get information from you guys, or say watch YouTube. So yeah, I wouldn't mind read books too. So send it over. Thank you.
Okay. And then I guess probably the other update we have is specific to the commits that we pulled. So we did put up the new code. It's running on the servers now, Eric, since we're testing for the hard forks. And we're really waiting on a few instructions for what kind of scripts we want to write for testing a few of the MST and MIT token functions that we have, which are some additional features that are part of the code. So it compiled fine, and it's running well on the servers right now. We're just going to run some tests next.
Okay, then make sure you involve all of us.
Yeah.
We can run some tests and send the links over. And I'd like to involve Shanghai team as well. So when they are not that busy, they can start testing as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we've also compiled a version with the hard forks activated, and it was working good so far. We're thinking about maybe set up a completely new testnet and start from a new Genesis block, because right now our testnet is already huge. So
it's more than 2 million blocks, and you don't need to sync for days just for a testnet. So anyway, it's good to start from scratch, and then we can use the new version and use the testnet to test it. So the MIT changes with domain certificate.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we built it from scratch. I think we rewrote the Genesis because we didn't want to run into those test blocks either.
Yeah, exactly. We build it from scratch. It's much easier that way.
Yeah, I think we
So
just
you,
rewrote the Genesis so we could do the tests.
but did you use the private net settings?
Yes.
Well,
Not sure the specifics there.
yeah, Razvan built it, and I can get him to send us the specifics exactly. But yes, he definitely customized it to run on a private test net. And the last update I was having, they just uploaded a substrate node as well. As I said, we're working on both avenues, so we will give you for sure more details on the next meeting, or we can send an email once I finish the meeting. I can get in touch with the team and see exactly where they are. And if you need specifics of the setup, we can get that for you.
Yeah, it might be a good information for users if we can get like an introduction of like how to use the private net. I think there is some in the documentation, but maybe maybe you could look into it and see.
Well, there are some specifications, but as Oli said in the last meeting, if you remember, he was asking for more documentation on how to exactly do that, like to set it up and test it on a private network, which they did in the meantime, and they had it, on 3 VPSs. But I think the last time we talked about it, they didn't put any like substrate node to try to start the interaction. So I know for sure because I looked and I spoke with Razvan yesterday and Oli, and I saw the directors there, and they told me they uploaded the substrate node. So by next week we should have some news about it, which avenue we think is better to go.
Okay, yeah. One problem could be if you start to do POS mining, because Laurent and I also we haven't set up a new testnet, so this time we had some problems first with the configuration, like because you have to specify like the foundation address. So when you set up a new network, you have to say like what is the foundation avatar, and if you don't, you have to register this avatar before you can start POS mining.
Oh yeah.
So there are some pitfalls. I just mean like maybe like for us, okay, it might be easy to recognize. Oh yeah, okay, this is missing, but there should be a guide of like, okay, these are the steps that users have to do.
Oh yes.
Can we update our documentation on the website, the .mbs.org, and put the newly created testnet there as well, and let's name them so we know which testnet we're talking about, and don't confuse the developers and users. So just make it clear. You think?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right now, I think in the code there are some like cases where we differentiate to use the testnet rules or not. So if we want to have two different testnets, if we want to keep the current testnets, then we should add also a new command line argument to switch to choose which one you want. Because so far we thought maybe we can just completely abandon the current testnet. I don't know if it's really worth to keep it, because yeah, I mean, who should use it?
So on this avenue, I want to make, and we briefly discussed it before we started the meeting, regarding the user's experience on Metaverse website. And like we're looking, for us is a new experience, right? To look all this infrastructure, which was created around EDP and DNA. And me specifically, I have interacted, and I am interacting with the Windows wallet. And as Laurent mentioned, and Sven and Jorge, yeah, it's quite a big size now. Downloading the Windows wallet, there is some specific way which you should interact with it, specifically like it has to be an uninterrupted. Like you cannot reboot your computer, otherwise it can stop the process of syncing the blocks. It happened to me once. I restarted from scratch, deleted all the files in the hidden directory, restarted again. Now it's syncing. It's about 80%. So I checked the website under the Windows wallet. There is a small, there is a link to a manual, and that manual presents a way how to bypass this problem, how to fix it by downloading a bootstrap and then just copying the files in the hidden directory. Well, that link is dead. So I was inquiring who's in charge of maintaining the broken links, which I think we need to fix. And as we're gonna scan through all the infrastructure, if we find any dead links, that's gonna be very useful to put back, you know, the bootstrap and have the users, give the users this way of interacting much better with the Windows wallet. So
I think we can fix it. Yeah.
Jorge or
have
Eric,
access to
who's
this
you
documentation.
guys are in charge with the links, or?
Well,
I don't
it's
have
me or
access.
Chen-Hao, yeah.
I don't have access to those links. No.
Yeah, currently, Chen-Hao usually does the changes, but we
Yes.
have access to the repository. I think it should be okay. We can fix it. I think we also have a link, like we have a working link somewhere. We just have to change it in the documentation. Yeah, probably.
Okay, so yeah, that was my comment on the.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
And just need to fix the documentation. You know, just like the code, the coding itself, the documentation has its version as well. So whenever you guys update any code, documents needs to reflect that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm actually working on a new white paper of the whole project. I'm gonna marry ETP and DNA together, just create a one complete white paper. I'm gonna rewrite the white paper, just for your information.
Good.
I think it's a good idea, Eric. It's necessary for an update. This dual chain bridge requires an update in the white paper too. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. So the last white paper was written by Chen-Hao and Michael. It was like almost 3 years old. I mean, 2.5 years old. It's pretty old in blockchain standard. And the DNA white paper, I was never satisfactory. So basically, I'll just take the opportunity to, you know, update the ETP white paper and combine the DNA together. So make it a whole. So that's my own assignment, I guess. That's it.
All right.
Anything else? If not, then we'll wait next week's, you know, a demo from Shanghai team about DNA swap.
Okay,
Excellent.
great.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. Any updates? Just
Yeah,
sorry.
we
Go
would
ahead.
like to improve the MIT functionality by adding properties. It would be like I have a draft for MIP. I will send it over, so that we can have like currently if you create an MIT, you can give it a content, but this content is fixed, so you cannot change it. And I think it would be nice to optionally add more properties to an NFT that you know, you can specify who can change this property or should it be fixed.
So that improvement proposal actually linked to your secret project, right? You want to tell us about your secret project?
Next week.
Okay, fine. Okay, so that'll be it for this time. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks.